Good morning, viewers. This is Kasturi Day. Today, I've come to discuss the ICSE specimen questions for the chapter of chemistry chapter, that is chemical changes and reactions chapter. So I will start that discussion of ICSE specimen, some questions which have come or which may come. Okay, so before starting the discussion, I will request you to please subscribe my channel to get the notification. And also, if you are liking the videos, press the like button, share with your friends and colleagues so that they can also be benefited from these videos. And also do comment, and also don't forget to meditate before starting your day, rather before starting any job which you do. Maybe it's studies, maybe some household work, whichever you do, you start doing some meditation before that, at least 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so I will help you to do that. Just meditate for 1 minute, and then I will start this discussion. Okay, so let us meditate for 1 minute. Think of God, think of anything in particular. Okay, maybe a dot also you can concentrate on. This will increase your concentration power as well as your interest in the studies, in the subject which you are studying, or any work you do, that will help you to do this job very efficiently and will lead the day, whole day in a very efficient manner. Okay. Okay, so let us now continue with the discussion. These meditations, if you do it in the early in the morning, that will help you to get some energy, to get a lot of energy to do everything in the whole day. Okay, so that's why I specifically tell you all students, especially, that to get these energy power, and you can do everything in a very enthusiastic way. Okay, so let us start the discussion. First question we come across is state whether the following statements are true and or false. Okay, during an endothermic reaction, heat is liberated. Endothermic reaction means what? Heat, the endo means inside. Okay, thermic means heat. So heat should come inside. The reaction in which the heat is absorbed, heat is coming inside, that is endothermic reaction. So heat is not liberated, heat is taken in. So the statement is false, and the reaction will be exothermic reaction. According to the statement, the heat is liberated means exothermic reaction, or during an exothermic reaction heat is liberated, or you can say during an endothermic reaction heat is absorbed. Okay, next statement is during a chemical change a new product is always formed. That's right, in a chemical change always a new product is formed. Okay, that has altogether new properties from the parent, differs from the parent product. Okay, parent original substance. Okay, then 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 760 millimeter of Hg. That's correct. 1 atmospheric pressure is always equal to 760 millimeter of Hg. Then mercury level, if it is measured in mercury level, it will be equal to 760 millimeter of He. Then this one, sodium nitrate is stable towards heat. Sodium nitrate just a second. Sodium nitrate is not stable towards heat. It decomposes to sodium nitrite and oxygen. So sodium nitrate is not stable. It's a false statement. Okay. So next question will be, next true and false is, neutralization is a type of double decomposition reaction. Yes, it's a type of a double decomposition reaction. Okay, where acid reacts with the base and forms what? Salt and water. Then identify the type of reaction. See, calcium carbonate, when heat is given, the product that is formed is calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. When heat is given to calcium carbonate, the reaction is a decomposition reaction. It's a decomposition reaction. Okay. Next is chlorine reacts with potassium chloride, potassium iodide to form what? Potassium chloride and iodine is formed. It's a displacement reaction. Okay. What happens? Chlorine displaces iodine from potassium iodide. Yes, potassium iodide. The chlorine displaces iodine from potassium iodide. Okay. Then potassium nitrate reacts with sulfuric acid to give potassium sulfate, and nitric acid is formed. So what type of reaction is this? This is a double displacement reaction. Okay. So what happens here? This potassium nitrate reacts with sulfuric acid to form, see, potassium is displacing this one, sulfate. Potassium is displacing hydrogen from hydrogen sulfate, that is sulfuric acid, and it's forming potassium sulfate, and hydrogen is combining with nitric acid to form, hydrogen is combining with nitrate of the potassium nitrate to form nitric acid. Okay. Then ammonium chloride, it gives ammonia and HCl. Okay, it is a decomposition reaction. Ammonium chloride, it decomposes to form ammonia and hydrogen chloride. Okay. Next is lead oxide. Lead oxide and sulfur dioxide combining together to form lead sulfate. It's a combination reaction. It's a combination reaction. Okay, lead oxide is combining with sulfur dioxide to form lead sulfate. Okay. Next is aluminium combining with Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide. Aluminium combining with ferric oxide to form aluminium oxide, and iron is displaced. So aluminium is displacing iron from ferric oxide. Okay. So it's a displacement reaction. It's a displacement reaction. Next is this one, potassium chlorate, KClO3, decomposes to KCl and oxygen. So it's a decomposition reaction. Barium chloride reacting with sodium sulfate to form barium sulfate and sodium chloride. It's a double displacement reaction. Okay. It's a double displacement reaction. Okay. Then calcium oxide and water combining to form calcium hydroxide. So it's a combination reaction. Okay. See, it's a combination reaction. Next, we are coming to the next question, that is, What is the name of the reaction between an acid and a base? If an acid and a base combines together, it forms what? It forms salt and water. So it's a neutralization reaction. Okay. Now, name of the gas evolved in the following cases. Copper carbonate is heated strongly. When copper carbonate is heated strongly, the gas evolved is carbon dioxide. Okay. Carbon dioxide is formed. Next is action of dilute hydrochloric acid on sodium sulfite. Okay, hydrochloric acid reacting with sodium sulfite. So what gas will be evolved? Sulfur dioxide will be evolved. Okay. Next will be nitrogen combining with hydrogen, ammonia is evolved. Then action of dilute sulfuric acid on sodium carbonate. Okay, carbon dioxide will be evolved. Okay, next is addition of sodium to cold water. When cold water is added to sodium, so the explosion takes place and what? Hydrogen is evolved. Okay. See, hydrogen is evolved. Next question we are moving to is, what do you observe when iodine crystals are heated in a test tube? When iodine crystals are heated in a test tube, what happens? They sublime, iodine sublime, and they form a purple colored dense vapor. Okay, iodine vapor is formed. Then when copper sulfate solution, let's move on to the question. Iron nails are added to copper sulfate solution. We have to take in a copper sulfate solution and in which we put some iron nails in it. So what do we observe? We will see that the blue colored copper sulfate solution that changes into light green. Okay, due to the formation of iron sulfate, and copper is displaced. Okay, thereby displacing copper. Okay, next we will move on to, yes, lead nitrate crystals are heated strongly. When lead nitrate crystals are heated strongly, we will see that a yellow colored lead oxide is formed, okay, with the coming out of a brown type of vapor, that is nitrogen dioxide vapor, and oxygen is coming out from the test tube. So when we put some lead nitrate crystals in a test tube and heat it strongly, we will see some the color changing to yellow colored lead oxide. Okay, and the fumes are coming out, that is of brown colored nitrogen dioxide vapors, and oxygen is coming out. That is decomposes. It decomposes to lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. Next we are coming to, yes, ferric chloride crystals are exposed to atmosphere for some time. Ferric chloride. Okay. So what will happen? When ferric chloride crystals are exposed to atmosphere for some time, then it reacts with the atmosphere, with the moisture of the atmosphere, and forms ferrous oxide. Okay, it forms ferrous oxide, and what happens? Hydrogen chloride is produced in the gaseous form. Okay, so what happens? Ferric chloride, when exposed to the atmosphere, it reacts with the moisture, that is with the water of the atmosphere, H2O, FeCl3, reacts with H2O to form ferrous oxide, and hydrogen chloride is formed. Okay, in the gaseous form. Next, we are moving to this blue copper crystals, blue copper sulfate crystals. If heated, it will lose its color. When it's heated, we will see that the blue color becoming fade. Okay, it fades its color, and it forms a white anhydrous powder type of substance because it loses its water of crystallization. That blue color is due to the water of crystallization which it has, and it will lose its water of crystallization once it is heated, and it forms a white anhydrous copper sulfate powder. Okay. Next is hydrochloric acid is added to lead nitrate solution. Hydrochloric acid is added to lead nitrate solution. So what happens? When dilute hydrochloric acid is added to the lead nitrate solution, it will form a white precipitate of lead chloride. Okay, it will form a white precipitate of lead chloride. These all are chemical changes. So these are the chemical reactions which are being formed. Okay. Then sulfur dioxide is passed through acidified dichromate solution. Potassium dichromate solution, acidified potassium dichromate. Sulfur dioxide is passed through acidified potassium dichromate solution. What change we will observe? So we will see when sulfur dioxide is passed through acidified potassium dichromate solution, we will see that the color of potassium dichromate is orange color. It will change to green due to the reduction of this potassium dichromate to chromium from +4 to +3. That is chromium. Chromate has a valency of +4. It will come down to +3. Chromium will come down to +3. That is, there is a reduction process taking place. Okay. Next is carbon dioxide is passed through lime water first a little and then in excess. Okay. So what happens when carbon dioxide is passed through a little of through a little of lime water? I mean, through lime water, a little of carbon dioxide is passed. It will turn the lime water milky. But when in excess, carbon dioxide is passed through the lime water, that milkiness will disappear due to the formation of the soluble calcium hydrogen carbonate, calcium bicarbonate it forms when excess of carbon dioxide is passed through the lime water. Okay. Next is a piece of moist blue litmus paper is placed in a gas jar of chlorine. What happens when a piece of moist blue litmus is passed through a gas jar of chlorine? We will see that the moist blue litmus paper will turn red litmus, blue litmus paper will turn red due to the acidic nature of chlorine. As it is acidic in nature, chlorine, as it is acidic in nature, it will turn blue litmus paper, moist blue litmus paper, red. Okay. Next, we are going to the next question. That is, identify the substance which matches the description below. White crystalline substance which sublimes on heating. It's sublime on heating. What is that? It may be ammonium chloride. Okay, the gas which turns lime water milky but has no effect on dichromate paper. It is carbon dioxide. Okay, it turns lime water milky, but it does not affect the dichromate paper. It is carbon dioxide. If it affects the dichromate paper, then it is sulfur dioxide. Okay. The metal that cannot displace hydrogen from hydrochloric acid, the metals which come below the hydrogen in the activity series, maybe it's copper. Okay, it's copper. Okay, next we are coming to 7 number question. Complete the following equations and state in which if the reaction represents oxidation or reduction, Pb2 plus to Pb4 plus, that is, it is getting oxidized, +2 to +4. So it is more of the oxidation state is increasing. So that is an oxidation process. Okay. So what do we see? This is an oxidation process. So in oxidation, we know that from the definition of oxidation process, we know that if it loses electrons, then it gets oxidized. And if it gains electrons, it will get reduced. So in this case, lead 2 plus will lose electrons. Okay, it will lose electrons and it will get oxidized. Second case, magnesium 2 plus it becomes magnesium ground state, that is zero state. So +2 will gain electron to neutralize it to form magnesium, metal magnesium, ground state. Again, third also, that's a reduction process. Third, Cu2 plus, again coming to copper, Cu. So what will happen? It will gain electron. +2 will electrons, it will gain and it will form Cu. Then zinc, we're coming to zinc 2 plus. That is zinc metal zero state will come to 2 plus. That means it loses electrons to form 2 plus. Okay, oxygen becomes 2 minus. That means what? Okay, so copper is a reduction process. Zinc is oxidation process here. Then oxygen and sulfur, both of them. See, oxygen will gain electrons to form 2 minus. So that's a reduction process. More of oxygen, more of electrons it is gaining. Okay, 2 electrons it's gaining and it becomes 2 minus. Here sulfur, so it's a reduction process. Then sulfur 2 minus is becoming metals. It's a non-metal sulfur, ground state, zero state. So no charge in it. That means it will lose 2 electrons and it will form S0, that is no charge on it. So that will be a lose, as it is losing electrons, it will form oxidation state. So let's check the answer once. See, Pb 2 plus will lose electron, 2 electrons it's losing to form Pb 4 plus, that's an oxidation process. Then Mg2 plus 2E minus will give Mg, that's a reduction process. Copper also 2 plus, it's gaining 2 electrons and becoming copper metal, reduction process. Zinc becoming 2 minus, that means it is losing 2 electrons and it become oxidation state. Then oxygen also gaining 2 electrons to become 2 minus, that's a reduction. And S2 plus, S2 minus, it will lose 2 electrons to form S non-metal with the zero state, that's an oxidation state, oxidation process. Okay. Then give an example of each of the following: exothermic reaction, endothermic reaction, photochemical reaction, neutralization reaction. Okay, so some more reactions are also there. So let's move on to give that examples. See, first one is exothermic reaction where the heat is evolved. See, copper and oxygen carbon and oxygen combining to form carbon dioxide where heat is evolved. Then endothermic reaction where heat is absorbed, carbon combining with water to form carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So heat is absorbed here. Photochemical reaction, silver nitrate in presence of sunlight, it decomposes to silver, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. That's a photochemical reaction. Then it is neutralization reaction, I suppose. Yes, a fourth one is a neutralization reaction. Fourth one, sodium hydroxide is a base, that's an alkali with combining with acid, HCl, forming sodium chloride and water, salt and water. So it's a neutralization reaction. Then it is a precipitation reaction. Precipitation reaction is that's precipitate is being formed. The silver nitrate reacting with sodium chloride solution, silver nitrate solution reacting with sodium chloride solution to form a white precipitate of silver chloride and sodium nitrate solution. Okay. Then next example is synthesis reaction, where hydrogen and oxygen is combining to form water. That's a synthesis reaction. Okay. Next example, direct combination reaction is phosphorus combining with oxygen to form phosphorus pentoxide. Okay. Then decomposition reaction, I suppose. Yes, direct thermal decomposition reaction, then redox. Okay, so thermal decomposition reaction is here ammonium chromate, okay. Ammonium chromate, in presence of heat, it will decompose to chromium oxide, water, and nitrogen. Okay. Then redox reaction, zinc reacting with copper sulfate to form zinc sulfate and copper. See here, copper is being reduced to copper. 2+ is becoming copper, metal copper, and zinc is being oxidized to 2+. So one oxidation reaction is taking place, one reduction reaction is taking place. So both of them in the same chemical reaction. That's why it's called a redox reaction. Okay. Next, it is a reduction where there is both physical and chemical change. The thermal dissociation reaction is being repeated here, so I omit that. A reaction where there is a both physical and chemical change, that's a burning of candle. If you burn a candle, we see that it's melting. So melting of wax, what is it melting? It's wax which is melting. So melting of wax is a physical change, but when we burn a candle, carbon dioxide and water is produced. Some of the wax, that is carbon in it, that changes into carbon dioxide and water. That's a chemical change, because that will not come back to its original form. We will not be able to combine that carbon dioxide and water to form that carbon which is present in the candle, in the wax. Okay, so that is not possible. That's why it's a chemical change. But when the wax is melting, that remains as a wax. That's why it is a physical change. So in this reaction, burning of a candle, that has both the reactions as a physical change and a chemical change. So that's the end of this chapter. I will start with a physics chapter in my next video. So till then, please do revise the text as well as the question answer videos. Press the like button, share with your friends, comment, also do comment, and do subscribe to get the notification of my next videos. And don't forget to meditate before starting your day. Okay, thank you for watching and have a good day.